I know you guys are all getting connected right now. All right. I want to thank you, Rise, for coming in and joining us today. You guys had one hell of a series. So let's get started. It's going to be 15, 20 minutes Q&A. Media will raise their hands. I'll call on them, and then we'll get going. So media, raise your hand, and I'll call on you. Brandon, let's go ahead.
Thanks, guys. Sorry for the loss and everything there on that grand final. You put up a fight throughout the tournament and everything. This is just a kind of a question for anybody who wants to answer it. I just want to know your thoughts on what happened this time around compared to the first time against Cloud9.
You got it?
So yeah, I got it. So I mean, on Breeze, we started off a little slow like we did against FaZe, but we heated up. I mean, the biggest thing I think was they got both of the pistols, which really determined the momentum for them, and they started getting like very confident. Split, we never had it. We never ran to a comp like that ever in Split, and just hats off to them. The utility was just really good. That was just a wash. And Vine was a very close game. We thought we had Vine in the bag, but I guess in the tight pressure situations, they just had the best of us. But it was still a really good game played from us, and can only get better from here.
Okay, let's go to Pedro next.
Hello, everyone. First, welcome Installations on the series lost to C9. This question goes out to Poised. The team came excruciatingly close to qualifying for champions following an impressive upper bracket run where you guys beat FaZe, C9 in the semifinals and then 100 Thieves. Just judging by how this year went, what with the failure to qualify for Masters 1 through 3, does your run in the LCQ sort of override everything you experienced beforehand?
Well, what do you mean by override the experience?
Like as if that it propped hope for you guys' performance in the future, like your for the future. Yeah.
Oh, no. Even coming into LCQ from the practice that we had and their scrim results, our team has always been very, very confident. And going into every single match in this qualifier or this event, we fully believe that we could have won and that we shouldn't even be taken as underdogs. And as a team, we're just like united and just always believe in that. And we just stay confident.
Okay, let's go to Jessica next.
Hey guys, do you feel like C9 did anything differently that may have surprised you in this match compared to the match you played before with them?
I feel like it was more so us just playing, like we were playing a little timid and we didn't start off hot, and both pistols losses on. We went 0 for 4 in pistols in the first 2 maps, so that kind of griefed us. And no, I think it was really just like just our play. They played really good though. They had a bunch of good setups, and I think the only what caught us off guard was the split game when they had a completely new setup. We haven't seen Breach on split in like a year.
Any other questions? Rise. Dom, go ahead.
I'd like to start off by saying, happy Halloween and congratulations on a remarkable year. I know there's much more to come from you guys. This question is for Shanks. I know you might not have the answer for this right now, but will we see Rise participate in any of these unofficial tournaments for the remainder of the year, or would you like to if you don't know if you're eligible to?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like we're probably gonna take like maybe a little 1 to 2 week break after these big 2 tournament runs, and then we're probably gonna get back into scrims. Looking at the tournaments, I feel like we might play in the $25,000 tournament, but like other than that, we're probably not gonna play in any of these small tournaments.
Let's go back to Pedro.
This question goes out to everyone. How do you think NA will perform in Champions with these 3 teams that they're sending, them being Sentinels, NB, and now C9?
I don't think you go first, Tristan.
I'm thinking that Sentinels will take it home. They're like my favorite team basically to watch. So I'm thinking they're gonna take it home anyways, no matter who they play, really.
I think Envy's gonna win. I think Envy and Sentinels are gonna be 1 and 2, probably Cloud9 third and Gambit fourth.
And there's supremacy.
Read.
Yeah, I fully believe in NA, and I think those 3 teams could take it home.
Yep, definitely.
All right.
I feel like we have
Brandon-
the 3
oh,
strongest teams going into the tournament.
Yeah, that's facts.
Okay, let's go back to Brandon.
So yeah, we kind of touched on what might have gone wrong and what kind of mistakes may have been made against Cloud9 in the series. But I want to kind of turn that on its head and ask you guys, even though it was that 3-0 sweep, what are some positive things you guys noticed from each other that you took away from that series?
Well, honestly, I feel like our composure throughout this entire tournament has been like insane for us. And most of our BO3s in series, we were usually down. And we started slow most of like every single game in the series, like throughout the entire tournament. But like every single person on the team knows that every single round we can win every single round. Just have that next round mentality, and I feel like we have one of the best composures. That's a highlight for me, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I think to reiterate on that, usually after a team gets 13 0'd, that's like the deal breaker. That's like you basically all mentals out. But like it didn't even bother us. We just came back map 3, and I mean we almost closed it out. It's just yeah, C9 played a little bit harder today.
Yep.
Basically, yeah, that's another thing. Composure, I think, is like one of the biggest things we preach on this team too. Like, especially after we lose a bunch of rounds, we're still always saying like, one round at a time type of thing. So that's definitely one of our strongest traits.
All right, let's go to Dexter next.
Yeah, thank you. Obviously, you guys had a great run here at the LCQ, ending up in second here. What message have you guys believe that you guys have sent to the other teams in this region as well as the rest of the world?
Well, I feel like we just showed everyone in North America that we're a top 4 team, and if nobody believes that, that's up to them. Like they could play us, and we'll crush them. That's about it.
Yes, sir.
All right, any other questions from the media? Going once, going twice. All right, Rise, thank you so much for a great year. It was great getting to work with you guys. Really appreciate it. And best of luck and enjoy your time off. And we'll see you in 2022.
Thank you. Happy
Thank
Halloween.
you.
Thank you so much.
Halloween, guys. Sorry. All we ask is that you pass the microphone around so that everybody can hear you when you answer. But otherwise, congratulations, Cloud9, on making it to champs. Hell of a run you had here. So let's get started. Media, you can raise your hand to ask questions and we will get going. Dom, you're first.
I'd just like to say congratulations and happy Halloween, Cloud9. This question is for Vanity. Last time you played Rise and went to 3 maps with 2 going to overtime. This time around, you swept them 3-0. What was the difference this series?
I think our first match against Rise, it was only our second official ever as a group. I mean, and I think we were kind of playing a little bit, like I think losing to them was pretty good, like for us, like as a team. I think it made us realize we can't peak like the same way that we do in scrims, like consistently, like all the time. Like you can peak a lot, but not in like 4v2s and just throw, because the good teams will punish you. And I think we got a lot better at just closing out rounds throughout the tournament the longer it went on.
Okay, Declan, you're up next.
Yeah, I was just wondering what you guys did kind of pre-game before going into the match. Was there any like huddle or word said, or you guys just kind of sit down and start playing?
I think right before the match, One Leaf was playing Path of Exile. We were preparing pretty hard. Nah, but I mean, we already did all our prep for Rise before. Not much really changed. So like we knew the game plan. Our coach went over like 2 or 3 minutes of stuff before each map, but then nothing really extra.
Pedro, you're next.
Hello. First of all, congratulations on qualifying for champions. This question goes out to Mitch. As the longest serving member of C9, you had to watch a myriad of roster moves in order to become competitive. And so what does this mean for you to have a shot at champions at the Valorant World Championship?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of ups and downs since I first joined Cloud9 like a year and a half ago. Went through so many roster changes, a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of finals loss, a lot of qualifiers against, Vanity that we lost. So it definitely feels great to finally make one after all the hard work for the past year and a half with Cloud9.
All right, Brandon, you're next.
Congratulations, guys. My question's for whoever would like to answer it. We heard Rise kind of say the composition on Split caught him off guard. So I just kind of want to hear you guys' thoughts on what went into that composition and kind of what the choices were and why that happened and how it played out.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now.
I knew I was the person that chose that comp, and I'm like, I think it'll completely destroy them, which it did, obviously. But I just knew that Zeta really wanted to play Breach, and I think that the way that they play Breach, double initiator is just honestly pretty good against that. And it obviously worked. They kind of just fell into every single like trap, I guess, that we did, and we kind of knew like exactly what they were doing to every single round. I feel like we were never like out of control of the round, except for the one that like Shanks like spawn and 2K'd, but we still somehow won that round. They just also kind of like played nervous, like they were surprised, so it definitely helped us a ton.
Let's go to Dexter next.
Yeah, so obviously you recently added on Vanity to your roster, and now having a full tournament under your belt, what is the difference that Vanity has really brought into this roster, and how has Vanity changed, and is Vanity part of the reason why you've reached the success you now have?
Vanity was a big part on why we started winning, and honestly a great leader to our team. That's something we were missing when I joined the team, when Flop was here. But other than that, I mean, as you can see throughout the tournament, this guy aims at the ground. Doesn't do much, but sometimes he gets a lucky shot, and he wins us the round, and it helps. But no, I do really think he's a great leader and a great fit to our team. And I mean, we played together on Chaos, me and Leaf, Vanity.
and we knew that he'd be a perfect fit to our team. Playing together for a while, and we finally won the tournament in 2 months. Barely scrimming really bad teams too. We barely scrimmed any tier 1 teams since he's joined, but I mean, I'm glad that we had him on the team, and this proved that.
All right, let's go back to Declan.
Yeah, I was just, this is for Zeta. I was just wondering what kind of this win means to you in the context that you had to move halfway across the world during a pandemic to be a part of this team initially. And also, how do you feel about going up against some of your previous teammates on Cloud9 Korea at Champions?
The moving to NA was like, this was always been my dream when I play CS. So I mean, I didn't have to worry about anything. So I was like, just fuck it. I just want to go. And then I just like went here, and then it happens. So yeah, that's all.
Answer the second part.
What was the second part?
How do you feel about playing your Korean?
Oh, personally is really happy also because the fact I can meet Munchkin from Crazy Raccoon, and then I can also like reunion. I think it's 2. Just 2. Buds from Vision Strikers, and then Munchkin from Crazy Raccoon, and also they're like from Vision Strikers guys are actually my ex teammate from the MVPPK in CS. So it's really like huge things for me. So that's why I'm so happy right now. Like, so we can reunion.
Let's go to Shay next.
Hey guys, congratulations on making it to Champions. This question's for anybody who would want to answer it. You've got about a month to prepare until you're on stage. Was the last chance qualify much of a learning curve in terms of knowing what you need to do and improve on going forward? And if it was, can you tell us what you're going to work on in the next month?
I think the biggest thing for us to work on is just continuing to build upon what we've been doing. I think we're still kind of lacking depth in our playbook is not super deep, but I think just getting into more scenarios and playing together is really important. And I think that's going to be the main focus. It's a lot. I think the practice in Europe tends to be a little bit different. I don't know if it's better, because I think in Europe you tend to see a lot of different agent compositions compared to America, where a lot of teams play pretty similar comps. Playing in Europe's a lot more enjoyable because people do things that make sense. In North America, we have people that lock in breach and they don't use their ult for an entire half. Maybe Sova also, and Killjoy. It's pretty cool when you play the agents, you don't use your abilities. But no, I think just the biggest thing will be just getting more reps against teams that are actively trying to use the utility that's in the game.
Let's go back to Dom.
This question is for all of you. Who are you looking forward to playing at Champions?
You can't say that.
You're gonna say, Sonny?
For me, Vision Strikers. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm Korean.
All right, pass it around.
I don't really look forward to playing anybody because I don't know anybody from any other region. I mean, I guess Envy, but I mean, I barely know them. But yeah, that's about. I don't really care who I face. Everyone's the same.
How many European teams are there? I don't know. Fnatic and Liquid, I guess. That's probably the 2.
For me, obviously Gambit, best team.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely think Gambit would be the team. But apart from that, I'd like to play a Brazilian team. I don't know. I like playing them in CS, even though some stuff happened. They're always fun teams to play, and I was pretty good against them individually.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to Declan.
Yeah, this is for Vanity. I was just wondering how it feels to qualify within like the Cloud9 facility around your teammates as opposed to last time you qualified for a national event in your bedroom.
It's not the Cloud9 facility, but being together is pretty nice. Like the emotions was it's pretty similar to like when we won on stage in Iceland against Liquid when nobody thought we would. It's just surreal, I guess. I don't know. I think it's also hard to completely like process like the emotions that you go through when like as like in a spur of the moment. I think it's pretty difficult to process. It's usually like, at least for me, it takes me like a few hours to like realize.
Okay, let's go to Pedro next.
This question goes out to everyone. We've heard from Rice saying that they believe all three of NA's representatives will finish on the top three of champions. And so I'd like to know, what do you think of NA's chances on winning champions with the teams representing the region being yourselves, Sentinels, and Envy?
I mean, I think it's kind of hard to say top three given like the brackets that are gonna happen. You know, like somehow there's gonna be 4 NA teams in the bracket again. But I don't know. It'd be cool for sure. But I mean, I think it's probably not expected given like how like these teams like these all these regions are getting a lot like really good. So I mean, yeah, it would be really cool to have the 3 North American representatives in the top 4, but I think at least one of us will make the grand final, and that's really a good goal, I guess.
Okay, let's go to Jess next.
Hey guys, why do you think that you won today when you had such a rough match against Rise last time? What do you think the difference was?
You got this one, dude.
I know you was a good answer. I mean, the difference was that talking to Mike. The difference was that was our second BO3 ever as a team, and I think it was just getting our jitters and nerves out after the second BO3 with them. I think we made a lot of mistakes that we wouldn't have if, you know, as proven throughout the tournament, like we've been playing better, less nervous, more calm. I just think over time, the more matches we played, just the better we got, and I feel like it's gonna be like that from now on. And I think we just have high hopes on winning champs, and that's about it.
Back to Declan.
Yeah, so this event kind of seemed pretty cursed from the start. So I was just wondering, like for anybody, how does it feel to just be done with this event now?
Feels pretty nice. We were sitting in one of the like Riot RVs when the fucking FaZe Rise match got canceled at Atlanta or whatever. So basically, and then obviously the second BO3, the Rise BO3 got canceled for the day because Superman's power went out. So basically we waited like 2.5 weeks total to play a match, like all time and delays and stuff. So it was definitely nice to finally, you know, play matches that don't take 3 hours to start or get completely canceled. So at least hopefully champions will be better.
God, I hope you're right. Anybody else questions for Cloud9? All right, going once, going twice. Dexter just got in.
On Dexter.
Apologies. So Valorant Champions will see the inclusion of Fracture as a map, which will first and foremost create a 7-map pool for champions. How do you feel about first and foremost the 7-map pool and the introduction of Fracture as a map?
I mean, we haven't played the map too much. We'll probably try to play it before the event. It looks interesting. I think it would fit us pretty well, but I don't know. It's hard to know like anything really about the map before you've practiced it, because I think the only experience most of us have is in ranked. We plan on trying it, but we're not completely sure.
All right, any last questions? Going once, twice. Congratulations, Cloud9, on winning last chance qualifiers. It took you a month to do it, but you did it. Really good luck. Best of luck representing at North America in Berlin, and we'll all be cheering for you. So good luck. Have a great day and a happy Halloween.
Thank you.